And that one inner act lifts me higher than any doubt, higher than any fear. Gratitude is my ladder out of darkness into light. Perhaps you want love. Perhaps you want that special someone or the healing of a broken relationship. Do not chase them. Do not plead with them. Instead, in the quiet of your mind, live the scene where love is already yours. See yourself walking hand in hand. Hear their voice speaking, words of affection. Feel the warmth of their presence. And then give thanks, not for a love you hope will come, but for the love you already possess in the unseen. Gratitude will make it flesh. Gratitude will draw them to you. Or perhaps you seek wealth. You want freedom from struggle, abundance to share, prosperity in your affairs. Do not labor endlessly in worry. Do not curse your present condition. Rather, close your eyes and imagine yourself living in abundance. See the bank account filled. Feel the relief of every need met. Picture yourself blessing others from the overflow. And then in that imaginal scene, lift your heart in gratitude. Say within yourself, thank you. It is mine. Stay there. Breathe there. Live there. Gratitude will open the windows of heaven. Gratitude will rearrange the world to bring you your supply. Maybe you desire health. The body aches. The diagnosis weighs heavy. The condition seems unshakable. Do not bow to appearances, for appearances are shadows of past beliefs. Instead, enter your imagination and see yourself radiant, whole, strong. Walk again with vigor. Breathe again with ease. Feel the joy of a body renewed. And in that vision, give thanks. Not thanks for a healing yet to come, but thanks for health already possessed. And that gratitude will awaken the living power within you to make it real in the flesh. You see, gratitude is not passive. Gratitude is creative. Gratitude is not the end of manifestation. It is the beginning. Every time you give thanks, you stamp upon your consciousness the fact that the thing is done. And consciousness creates reality. Consciousness is the only cause. So gratitude, when practiced in imagination, is the highest form of faith. I use gratitude as a daily practice, as constant as breathing. In the morning, I give thanks for the life I am choosing to live. In the evening, I give thanks for the desires already fulfilled. Even in the midst of difficulty, I give thanks, for I know the unseen hand is working all things for my good. Gratitude does not wait for the world to change. Gratitude changes the world. Let me tell you something marvelous. The moment you give thanks for your desire as already fulfilled, you set in motion unseen currents that will carry you to its realization. People will appear, circumstances will shift, doors will open, paths will unfold, all in response to that one inner act of thanksgiving. You may not know how it will come, but gratitude knows. Is the law in action. And so I say to you, begin now. Take that one desire closest to your heart. Close your eyes and imagine it done. Let yourself feel the joy of its fulfillment. And then in that sacred inner space, say thank you. Repeat it until it becomes real to you. Live in that gratitude until it fills your being. And then release it knowing the work is finished. Do this, and you will see for yourself the miracle unfold. I have used gratitude to manifest love, wealth, health, and success. But more than these things, I have used gratitude to awaken to who I truly am, the creator of my reality, the dreamer of my world. Gratitude has shown me that nothing is withheld from me. Gratitude has revealed that all things are already mine, waiting only for my acceptance. So I invite you, test this for yourself. Do not take my word for it. Choose one desire. Enter your imagination, live in the end, and then give thanks as though it were already yours. Persist in that gratitude and watch the world bend to your inner state. For nothing can resist the man or woman who lives in thanksgiving. Gratitude is the law fulfilled. Gratitude is creation completed. Gratitude is the secret by which all things are made. Gratitude is a state of consciousness, and that state is creative. Every time you feel genuine thanks, you are planting seeds in the fertile soil of imagination. Those seeds cannot help but grow. They may not sprout tomorrow. They may not sprout in the way you expect, but sprout they must. The entire universe bends itself to the tone of your inner song, and gratitude is the sweetest music of all. When I want to shift from doubt into certainty, I do not wrestle with the doubt. I do not argue with it or condemn myself for feeling it. Instead, I close my eyes and breathe deeply, and I begin to whisper in my heart, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." At first, it may feel hollow. At first, the words may feel like nothing more than sounds. But as I persist, something shifts. Gratitude awakens. The heart begins to feel what the lips are saying. And soon, I am filled with a joy that nothing in the outer world could give me. That joy is the sign that I have already touched the thing I desire. That joy is the proof of possession. Gratitude is not bound by the conditions of the outer world. It does not ask, "Can this happen?" It does not wonder, "When will this happen?" Gratitude says it has happened. And because it has happened within, it must, by the law of consciousness, reflect without. There are those who will tell you to struggle, to strive, to hustle endlessly for what you want. They will say gratitude is weak, that it is a form of resignation. But I tell you, gratitude is strength. Gratitude is power. Gratitude is the act of claiming dominion over your world. For when you give thanks, you are saying to the universe, "I am already in possession." And the universe, being nothing more than your own consciousness objectified, must reflect that truth. So if you find yourself restless, if you find yourself doubting, practice this tonight. Before you sleep, take the thing you most long for. Enter the state where it is done. Feel the scene so real that your whole body responds. And then in that sacred interact, say, "Thank you." Let gratitude fill you until you cannot help but smile. Fall asleep in that gratitude. And when you wake, carry it with you. When you meet obstacles, do not curse them. Do not resist them. Instead, use them as reminders to return to gratitude. Say within yourself, "This too is working together for my good. Thank you." And you will find that the obstacle dissolves or transforms in ways you could never have arranged. Gratitude has a wisdom far beyond your reasoning. Gratitude sees the path that you cannot. You may wonder, can gratitude really bring me all that I desire? I tell you, it can. It will. For gratitude is the recognition of your creative power. It is the acknowledgement that imagination is reality. When you live in gratitude, you are living as though the wish were fulfilled. And living in the end is the law of all manifestation. Every great thing I have brought into my world has come this way. Not through strain, not through effort, but through quiet acts of gratitude. I gave thanks for the unseen, and the unseen became seen. I gave thanks for the invisible, and the invisible became visible. This is not poetry. This is law. This is life. So whenever you feel the urge to worry, replace it with thanks. Whenever fear arises, drown it in gratitude. Whenever doubt whispers, answer it with thanksgiving. And as you do, watch how swiftly your world begins to mirror your inner song. For gratitude is not a reaction to life. It is the cause of life. Gratitude does not wait for blessings to arrive. Gratitude calls them forth. The beauty of this practice is that it is available to you now. You do not need wealth to begin. You do not need perfect conditions. You do not need to wait for anything. You can begin this very moment. Close your eyes. Feel the end. Say thank you, and you have already planted the seed. Gratitude carries within it a rhythm, a vibration, a living current that reshapes everything it touches. When I walk in gratitude, I notice how the smallest things begin to align. The phone call I needed comes at just the right moment. The opportunity I long for shows itself without effort. The person I hope to meet appears in the most natural way. And none of this feels forced. None of this feels contrived. It flows because gratitude has already declared it mine. When you step into gratitude, you step out of time. You no longer measure by the ticking of the clock, nor do you measure by the days of the calendar. Gratitude lives in the eternal now. It says, I have it. And in that statement, the waiting is dissolved. You no longer hunger, for you are filled. You no longer seek, for you have found. Gratitude is the banquet of the soul, and when you eat of it, every desire is satisfied. Moments when the senses will deny what you know within. There are moments when the world will laugh at your vision, when facts will rise against you like giants. And in those moments, it is gratitude that steadies you. Gratitude keeps you from bowing to appearances. Gratitude whispers, what you see is not final. What you feel within is the truth. And if you persist in gratitude, the giants fall, the mountains move, the rivers part, and the very facts of life bow to your imagination. I have stood in rooms where lack screamed at me, where everything suggested failure, where no door seemed open. Yet in those rooms I closed my eyes and whispered, thank you. I saw myself beyond the room, beyond the walls, beyond the condition, and I gave thanks as though I were already there. And soon the walls gave way. Soon the lack turned to plenty. Soon the closed doors opened wide. Gratitude was the power that shifted the scene. Consider how a child receives a gift. The child does not question whether the gift is real. The child does not ask, can the first trust? The child tears it open with joy, and gratitude bursts forth naturally. That is the spirit I keep in myself. When I practice gratitude, I become as a child. I accept the gift without questioning the how or the when. I simply know it is mine, and my thanks are sincere. If you could only see the invisible movements that gratitude sets into motion, you would never spend another day in doubt. For unseen to you, forces begin to arrange. People are moved, events are shifted, resources are drawn. The entire stage of life is relit and reset, all in response to your inner state of gratitude. What you hold within must show itself without, and gratitude ensures it does so with grace. So when I wake in the morning, I do not rush to the news. I do not